that guy that is collecting money has come 3 times to ask me for my money, and each time I looked away like I wasn't really sending him, he's probably gonna come back again, and I'm gonna do it again. He's come back 3 times. He just like money, and I just ignored him deliberately. I'm gonna see him come back a 4th time, and I'm gonna ignore him again. I'm gonna see what he's gonna do. Let me say what would have happened in another country. They would have like, where's your money? Well, get down from the boss, you go show or something, it gets very vicious. I think for you to be a conductor in some countries, you need to like gym always, have like a really cracky voice. You can't, it's like a criteria, like, you want to be my conductor, right? Okay, let me hear your voice, and if you go there like talking very gently, like give me your money, like you don't qualify. But if you go for an interview and they're like, hey, let's hear your voice as a conductor, you got the job. So over here, they're quite calm, so let me practice my conductor voice. Okay, but I mean, let's see. I'm waiting for him, right, to come back. I'm going to put this on pause, and when he comes back, I'll continue, right? When he comes for the 4th time. Okay, I have a feeling he's coming. I have a feeling he's coming to ask me for the money for the 4th time, and I'm gonna ignore him. So just watch. Okay, I think he's gone back out again, but just hold on, he's coming. Okay, same way. Big bus. They keep loading, just in a very gentle way. Now, you see where this is also teaching a lot of patience. The kind of patience required to fill these big buses. See? We've been here for a couple of minutes now, and it's still a bit empty, and he keeps moving. But you see, the patience required to fill these big buses are so much more than the patience to fill those our small buses in other parts of Africa. So, that always keeps you like on the move. Now, he wants to get a seat by my side, and he doesn't want to ask me patient. He's looking, he didn't like tell me, and he's waiting. And here I am saying almost like saying no, but he stands there like gentle. He's not arguing so I'm going to stand up and give him the patience. But you see, what would have happened in a place like, people would have said, come up, but look at me, just ignoring him. And he sits down there like we're buddies, And I think that's the thing that gives a lot of Tanzanians tolerance. I think they're accommodative of each other. They're very slower to respond. And I think it comes across like they're slow in waiting on people. But I think it's a culture of, how do I suck in, where this guy is coming from? And the pain about it is when you refuse to give them that same level of patience and waiting, they get very upset and they can sanction you for it. It's like going to a restaurant and your food hasn't come in like 30 minutes. The minute you get upset about it, now you see he's come again. You see, that's him. He's come for the money again. And I've just ignored him, He shook his whatever, and I totally ignored him. That's the 5th time. I promise you, he's not done anything in terms of being upset. And I've gotten into this bus like before almost half of the guys in the bus, and I've still not paid. And he's come, everybody's paid. I'm the only one that hasn't. But back to the subject at hand, right? Generally, that's how they are. Patient as hell. And I use the word hell because it's extreme. But I think they expect you to reciprocate that kind of patience. The minute you don't do it and you're in a restaurant waiting for 30 minutes and you get upset, they'll tell you, you can try another restaurant. I mean, probably this is not the place for you. Try another restaurant. And they mean it. It's like, they're not like angry. They're like, okay, go somewhere else. And you're like, but I was just pretending. I was hoping you would get angry and also give me the food back. He's like, no, he's coming again. This is the 6th time he's coming for this. He's shaking it. Let's see, 6th time. Number 6 in a bus. Watch him come. And sorry, it's shaking a bit, right? I hope you guys like the music in the bus and can hear my voice over this. But so he's come 6 times. Watch him. Calm. So I'm not sure what he's telling that guy, but here comes. I'm gonna ignore him again. Like this time, I'm gonna like. So he looks, chill. It's almost like wondering whether to ask me again. It's like, hey, But this time the conductor in another part of the world that probably slapped me like 6 times. Now he makes it very clear that he needs it. Now he comes again. See, 6th time. 6th time passed again. I think now I'm getting upset with myself. I think I'm frustrating him. so I'm just going to give him the money. You know, I don't think it's fair. You know, I think sometimes when you live in these countries, you must also imbibe the culture, and I think it calms you down and makes you patient as well. You know, it's another city that can be like this in Africa is Durban. Durban feels very calm and chill as well, but the only thing with Durban is that I'll tell you about it in another video. Probably is the wrong video, because I think it's a whole different dynamics of the people in Durban, in South Africa, and then the people here in Tanzania, the patience dynamics, and what causes the chillness or the relaxed state of mind is very different. I'm not going to mix the drinks and mix the juices. Yeah. So let me give him his money. Like I said, I mean, he's probably converted me right now. I feel like I should double his money, as a matter of fact. But I will give him the regular. Let me look for his wages. Get it into my pocket. Hopefully. I'm always worried when I'm in these buses, because I always tell myself that something can just tear your trouser. Something sharp can just come out of anywhere and just tear your trouser. And you end up walking half naked to the next destination. Happened to me once when I was in Lagos a couple of years ago, and I think I was taking a taxi, and it was a bus. I think I was in Ibadan, right? Sometimes the buses in that part of West Africa, Lagos, by the way, Ibadan is about 45 minutes, like an hour and a half away from Lagos. The buses, the taxis are they're like zombies, right? There are zombies in taxis. I think Ibadan has like really zombie taxis. It's like in metal, just moving on engines. If you've never had your trouser or your shirt torn in Ibadan in a taxi, that's West Africa, by the way. I don't think you've ever taken a taxi in Ibadan. Here you go, sir. Your money. Here you go. Thank you very much. Spain. Together. So you're going to give me change. Thanks. Appreciate it. Okay. This is where this ends, guys. I think for me, it's the patience factor here in Tanzania. Ciao.